profit. So you gave it to me, I spent it. Then you come and say, I should refund it. Where am I going to refund it from? And I mean, it's just fudging the whole issue. And that's why I told them, I said, oh, government policy. So you bring a government policy, say, we won't pay ex gratia again. They say, okay, refund your ex gratia. So, okay, free SHS. All of us who pay school fees, give us back our money. I mean, it doesn't work like that. But they don't understand the gravity of the situation. I do think that for those of them who speak for NPP, they don't understand the gravity of the situation, but it's good.
It is also up to us, the adults, to create the institutions to translate the rights I mentioned into action. The task rests not only on Parliament, on the courts and family tribunals, and organizations such as the National Commission on Children, but also on the Department of Social Welfare, school and religious authorities, and NGOs such as the International Club of Journalists for Children's Rights. All these groups, ladies and gentlemen, and organizations can help to fashion institutions to safeguard the rights of children. As we celebrate this 36th anniversary, let us rededicate ourselves to the cause of Ghana and the well-being of all. We must stand together as a united people, irrespective of our political persuasions, and not allow a few who take the nation's peace and stability for granted to undermine the many years of toil and sacrifice which has brought us so far. Let me assure you of the resolve of the government to preserve the peace and security of the nation so as to maintain the prevailing conducive environment for progress and national development. The government will continue to stretch a hand to all who genuinely seek to help in the challenging task of national reconstruction. For some years now, we have made the celebration of this National Day a celebration of youth because it was with the hopefulness of youth that we struggled for the independence of our country 36 years ago. I commend all of you who have participated in this year's parade and pay homage to your display of discipline and precision. Countrymen and women, at independence, we had hopes and expectations, many of which we may not have realized. Like many other developing countries, we have had our share of difficulties, disappointments, as well as triumphs. But what is important is our faith in the future. By our combined efforts, we have lifted our nation from the depths into which she had declined some years back, and we have set her on a course towards a better future. By our continuing efforts, we will strive to overcome any obstacles which may stand in the way of stability and sustainable development. In the same way, I am confident that you, our youth and children, will have the courage and determination to overcome any of life's obstacles and disappointments which may come your way, so that you will achieve your hopes and become useful and responsible citizens, well prepared to steer the affairs of our nation in future. Fellow citizens, the difficulties imposed by the unfavorable international economic environment poses enormous problems for the children and youth of Ghana and other developing countries. Opportunities for employment have been adversely affected by the hostile economic climate to the extent that unemployment among the youth has become one of the critical social issues the government has to address in the months and years ahead. The magnitude of the problem as it affects many other African countries is reflected in the available statistics. while the number of productive jobs is increasing by only 2.4% each year, the continent's labor force is said to be growing at the rate of 3.3% annually.
Fellow Ghanaians, I'm very much aware of the current difficulties confronting our nation, and we are working hard to resolve them. But maybe we should also count our blessings in how together we are managing the difficulties. We all see the images around the world. Here in Ghana, we have not had any fuel queues. We have not suffered shortages of food and essential items, or the catastrophe of Dumsum. Undoubtedly, major global developments have had a negative impact on our domestic economic performance. We've witnessed historic highs in global inflation and food prices, rising global interest rates triggered by tightening of monetary policy of central banks across several advanced economies to tame rising inflation, an energy crisis with crude oil prices reaching unprecedented highs at one point above $120 a barrel, the strengthening of the United States dollar against all other currencies, the tightening of global financing conditions, especially for emerging markets and developing economies, and the large-scale disruption of the global supply chain. These phenomena have manifested in Ghana in the form of the depreciation of our currency, the decline in gross international reserves, high inflation, elevated debt burden, significant fiscal stress, constrained domestic and external financing, and reduced GDP growth.
Some months ago, I heard Bishop Doug Hayward Mills talk about building. He made similar comments here. Yes, these two roads to Accra, Kumasi, we haven't been able to build. And he made a very, very insightful comment about why is it that we are not building our roads with concrete and rather doing all this asphalt bitumen stuff, which the roads get washed away after 2 seasons. You look at Temamoto Way, which was built with concrete, and it is lasting almost 50 years. And so that sort of got me thinking, and we started that discussion. It's a simple idea, but it's full of wisdom. I checked, and I realized that even in India, since 2014 in India, they have a policy to only build concrete roads because it works out much cheaper. So I said, well, let me bring this to my bosses, and we have been discussing this as recently as last week in Parliament. And Bishop Doug, I'll let you into it. Cabinet did decide last week that we should move towards concrete roads as a country.
This decade is the decade of African independence. Forward then to independence. To independence now. Tomorrow, the United States of Africa.
We are going to see that we create our own African personality and identity. We dedicate ourselves not only in the struggle to emancipate other countries in Africa. Our independence is meaningless unless it is linked up the total reflection of the African continent.
Those who have hats on, to take off your hats and let the band play our national anthem. And from now on, that national anthem is the national anthem of the Gogo to be played on all occasions. At long last, the battle has ended. And thus, Ghana, your beloved country, is free forever. From now on, there is a new African in the world. That new African is ready to fight his own battle and show that after all, the black man is capable of managing his own affairs.
After Ghana, led by Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, gained independence from the British in 1957, the country's industrial sector was underdeveloped and contributed very little to the economic growth of the country. The colonial rulers had created an economic system heavily dependent on manufactured products from abroad, because their main objective was the extraction of raw materials from the Gold Coast to the colonial metropolis. Local roads and railway lines only targeted rich resource regions. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah set out to create a sustainable and independent economy. His main objective was to extensively reduce the dependency on imported goods, transform the industrial structure by creating more manufacturing industries that will satisfy the basic needs of Ghanaians, create jobs, and break the vicious cycle of poverty. The Nkrumah-led government focused on the development of large-scale manufacturing industries owned and managed by the state. Ghana began a number of state industries that will produce goods ranging from cement, steel, roofing sheet, glass, jute, matches, sugar, pepper, flour, tomatoes, beef, shoes, and many more. In today's video, we take a look at the state of some of these factories. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, click on the subscribe button, like, share, and leave your comments below. The Dwabo glass factory was set up in 1996 at a cost of 9 million Ghana cedi. The company was situated in Dwabo, a town near Takwa in the western region of Ghana that was also known for its gold and manganese deposits. The factory was a major manufacturer of glass and a supplier of bottles for the beverage industry. The factory is said to have employed over 500 residents from Dwabo and neighboring communities, with a yearly output of 18 million bottles, 2 million units of tableware, and 10 million square feet of sheet glass and louver glass. The prolific factory, which was once the leading glass and bottle producer in West Africa, has been abandoned for decades due to financial constraints. The youth of the town are calling on the government to revamp the factory, as their only source of livelihood has now become illegal mining, also locally known as galamsey. The Bonsa Tire factory was established in 1963 under the Import Substitution Industrial Strategy. The factory, which is located at Bonsaso in the western region of Ghana, was to produce vehicle tires for the local automobile assembling industry and the mines. The factory was strategically placed in Bonsaso due to its vast rubber plantation stretching from the western region to the central region. The factory, which had a rated production capacity of 1,500 tires per day and about 420,000 tires per annum, has been defunct for decades. After Firestone Tires, which is a global brand, sold its 60% share back to the government, the plant remained inactive and abandoned. Report from 2012 by the Ghana Rubber Estates Limited suggests that Ghana exports about 40,000 tons, which is 95% of its rubber production. Ghana was once a major manufacturer of matches. Ghana was producing matches for several African countries, including Togo, Liberia, Niger, Nigeria, Mauritania, Benin, and other countries, bringing in large income of foreign exchange. The company was established in Achimkede in the eastern region under the name Ghana Match Factory Corporation. It produced 1,440 boxes of matches daily. The company was strategically placed in Kede to exploit the timber resources in that area and create employment for its residents. Today, the factory is in total shambles and has completely deteriorated. It has been left dormant for years. The Wenchi Tomato Processing Factory, located in what was then the Brongahafo region, is known for the processing and packaging of tomatoes and other vegetables such as okra and garden eggs. The factory was established in the 1960s under the Nkrumah regime. It was estimated to have employed over 1,000 people and also served as a ready market for the tomato farmers, which encouraged individuals in the community to enter into agriculture. Sadly, the factory has been inactive for decades. it was a huge blow to farmers and the workers whose livelihood depended on it. A region once noted for its mass production of canned tomatoes was brought down to its knees. Between the years 2000 and 2007, the factory would reopen again, but would later shut down due to an unreliable supply of the right tomato breed for processing. After Nkrumah's government was toppled down, most of the factories constructed in his time suffered the same fate. Factories like the Bolgatanga Meat Factory, the Palugu Tomato Factory, the Solpon Ceramic Factory, the Commander Sugar Factory, the Paper Convention Company, the Cotton Factory in Tamale, the Jute and Shoe Factory in Kumasi, and many others fell. Some argue that the factories were struggling and would have eventually collapsed. Others also blame it on Nkrumah's socialist vision and assert that state-owned industries are not sustainable. Yet the fact still remains the same, that today, our markets are flooded with the same foreign imported goods we once manufactured and exported. Why is it far-fetched to revive these factories?
$30 na enkane na misisi eso misisi na kame na to na twetweme binya 3p garlic mixer no aboa me pa
ata miracle bi wadro no chese mafu no kura se di sia twemi anka se me humi esi so se me humi ana esi so obeka se di bibi hye me so bi no na ye normal ni BP ne ti no ti pa me 3 days ni na edona ga de Nyankopon de ayi bia ho de chema ye BP anya sam keto ana se we de me fro aka so na me fa nche me nkwa me
me de abe fa 3 years ni ana ase me gina ho a me na mu sinya se me kwa me de me ko bia mu so much me duru ta ba 6 years ni o tema si am ye ma ji se ne me jai na Taya na nkumi preko. Ene 4 days ana mekoto 3 garlic mixture ni. Sema me kase yankupo no yam se ende ya me no kase. Me ho atomia me din wa me ntiase.
3P garlic mixture. Ubenya bi wo mamu pharmaceutical shops and herbal shops. Fred Piwak e 02489288824 and 02010000021.
The serene environment fits into the goal of the school, which is simply to provide excellent educational foundation for your ward's development before they commence primary education. At first glance, clearly you will see why the school is called Hebron Hills International School, as the building stands tall overlooking town. With a Montessori style, we have experienced and dedicated staff and trained teachers. Our small sizes classrooms are meant to enhance teacher-focused approach where children get one-on-one attention from the teacher. Hello there. We are open at 7:30 a.m. and school closes at 2:30 p.m. After school care is from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. while early drop-off can be arranged at 6 a.m. Hebron Hills International School is located at Midye off the Nsawam Road. Locate us with GP postcode GW0688 GA West and GPS code 06884870. You can contact the school and make further inquiries on 050-876-2375 or call the office directly on 0302-918768. Email us at hebronhills.school@gmail.com. Hebron Hills International School. Excel and shine.
A state-of-the-art facility built with your family needs in mind. A medical center positioned for all your fertility problems and other diseases. Medimosis Clinic and Prostate Center. Our goal is to help our patients achieve and maintain optimal health. We have fully functional OPD laboratories in all our branches. Do you have problems urinating? Medimosis is the ultimate solution. Our Prostacure X capsules and Prostacure Herbal Tea treat prostate problems. Afromosis capsules gives you maximum performance, and for the ladies, Femacure X capsules solves all your menstrual problems. Locate Medimosis Clinic and Prostate Center at Adenta Barrier near the traffic light, Ashaman Ajekojo, Kumasi Ahirima Kokobing, and in Accra Ministries after the Ghana Highways Yard. Call 0244 068 447. We accept National Health Insurance card and all other private insurance card. Medimosis Clinic and Herbal Center, your ultimate solution for prostate problems.
Score HD, the new exciting football channel, is now available only on HD Plus and brings you football from around the world. Watch Sadio Mane and Daniel Kufitre in the top weekly match of the Bundesliga 1 and DFB Cup, Primera Liga, Copa de la Liga Profesional. See Ronaldo.
And anytime I hear the song, I can only dream of a Ghana where the youth will be proud of. Now me mensa pempe me boaka say me ye Ghana ni. But the question is me Ghana bebunu, me Ghana ni bebunu. Ochina ya media no. Me ti me mensa pempe me bo. E de Ghana hwa me ho. Wabra Ghana di mfia diosiensia. E de ne ye wode kire. Edia pan ye wode kire. Edia pan ye betimi di ensa tene so. Edia hwa ye ho. Ghana na ye pene no ne de. Mampanyi se yemfa ye ninsi Oman Ghana hira ye so. Na yen kan yen jira mako me kwa me minka mete ya mi bu se o ma hebo nkuma hwenifa ahwe tifi ahwe anafo ebisa me ho se enhira no way yes me home and the nyankopon na de ma it's a given yes asumdwe wa ha empanifo ma besra ko mu na bo kwan ne to ho e ma asumdwe ye gusu ayetim but asumdwe ban na chance me teme Ghana na komo ne me asumdwe ban na chance me teme Ghana na me wo madwuma papa bi a me ye na sika begu me botom asumdwe ban na chance eti Ghana asumdwe na wai where's the blessing bibisa Numo Adekoka Honorable Adekoka Chief Adekoka the soldier himself is here.
Chairman Emeritus.
Chairman Emeritus. Adekoka. Oh, I say I didn't know we didn't come on to pay. Washata di fita I general man kudimdie na and then come on ye die no ningina bekwa kogu ade baako se Ghana na ye pe no eno ne die. Mama me chairman akwa ba mekwa homa no so di nkomo tiawa. Am chairman akwa ma chairman Adekoka Chairman Emeritus or a former Greater Accra Regional Chairman Emma NDC Amanyoko no Chairman Emeritus. Machi akwaba. Nyame adaroma say there was whom ye.
Oya titio.
Yeah.
Ode ede nyame ase.
Yeah.
Dada chi.
Yeah.
Ibinu ka de wan sor. Na hens nyame wa menkwa.
Yeah.
O say you count your blessings.
That's right. And count your blessings and name them one by one. Yababa so mampanyi nanado si asem no so nra. Yababa so si branza na no was ankomo ye mu yemfa ye political analyst Jonathan Asante was also a lecturer University of Cape Coast. Yemfa ne mrem na ono so from baby a wote ne said we see hunu mampanyi ensem na wodi tu dwa no yempese mutia wa na fe yaba chairman Adekoka one atoa enkomo no so ebere ni yedika bo mampanyi ne no e de achemo ammatie ne nsem ni bi ebi ni se Oman Ghana baby a yedru no ono economy obeto ye ne na enye na omoba ya bo mo homodin ma economy ni pagya ni ti afe yade kodie wo coronavirus ne Russia ne Ukraine tokwa e da na pia no betwim se bra ene se bibia enam se ntini ye wo baby a ye we na ni nyina achie no Oman Ghana foi count your blessings. Na ye name no one by one. Now was shyabo say economy no baby adri obey ye frame. Question is Jonathan Asante wabra me watching. Question is ye beti nya gidie e wo mampanyi na na Akufo Adomu wabra wo hye sa aboyi mo. Uncle Jonathan akwaba. Hello. Mr. Asante. Mr. Ahomana tiatum. Yenhwena yensie no na enkomo no ntimi nkoso wano. Hello Mr. Asante. Okay, we need so mami mrani yense enkomo na so ni so yento enkomo no so yenya no na yetimi atie no eja akwaba bibia da din de Oman Ghana din fie aduosia ede ne wode kire
mitia wana wo hwe na pay ukru na pay wa sor regardless of whether no Wabi Juma, Dwabo Ase. 66 years of independence. Yeah. Yeah, order yeko. The basic, baby, you fear, you be do. And so when you do that, they appreciate where we are. Now there, yeah, the Kwame Nkrumah say, "Tell me, I'm from Oba my independence, 1957."
That's right.
Obama independence. And those days, no. Us in there, a country, a political independence, but any economic freedom, then the independence is worthless. A Kaidaman statement.
Yeah.
And see, he decided there, to develop Ghana.
Okay. Obetu Ghana mpon.
Obetu Ghana.
So obodu mo ho. Ma me kwa homa no so na me fa Jonathan Asante mrem. Na ye ni san community o. Baby a wodi esi no. Ye beto aso afiro. But ye nko nra nso ni aye mampanyi sa abere wono so kan ya ne bo a wa say question say ye betimi anya gidie e wo so asem ni mo. Eja Jonathan Asante a wo kira de wo University of Cape Coast na fe so ye political analyst. Ye mo ache mo akwa
Yeah, I'm yakwa me.
And as a pastor, Japanese on here because I may sure say, and I would be mampanyin and come out 1 year in a D. Wabrani, yes, chef, you found with you know. Now, question me was answer, you better when you did you when you move. Sabra watchers obey you free. Sao, you see, Cassam, Amania, and how you move. You better when you did you when you move.
You, when you come in, that was this year when I'm not paid. na so my mama Independence Celebration Day. I said quite a amount ma. Di kaneno. I'm say Oman Penny and Kasa mono. And Pembebre no maminya idea we say Onyobia Onimdi in terms of data, its appreciation, its generation, its impact and its analysis on the running of the economy. Onyobia any area. So a concept of investing of Ghana and say for the third class. And then in terms of such areas, but when it comes to the law and economy, that is what he developed his interest in. And not about me, but say, no, I will be like a bureaucrat of the soccer. About a sentence, or to me, Ijibano, I want a campaign and then a government, structure and strategy. I don't know if 2012, 2013, there about 14 years, that about me started in the home. So he gained that currency. But the president, if you are come to say there are law be here and there at the start. If he says that Sankebia, or you be what Sami Manasedia, we can interrogate that. But I think his arrogance and pride will not let him know, say, he's deficient when it comes to those things. Financial analyst.
But wabra wujire ye amamene because as baby I want to say tokro bim na wo nti ye nya e be feedback body bi into so betima you ho afiri ho a wabra wo yes amamene kai say fapema wo to ye wo sa kasa ni mo wabra wo hyebo ene say economy no obeto ye na enye omo tv bo mo moden e ma economy ni gira ne na so enti so metima yes ade ne dia ede ne esi ne ho kwan say wontimi yi ye mfiri samena donko yi mo.
Oh, and that one too political. And I think it is not backed by the fact. The economy under Mr. Mahama faced challenges, no two ways about that. Then they went to IMF to have policy credibility. Now, what we ought to understand is two main things sent Mr. Mahama's government to the IMF. One, the single spine salary structure. Not a group of abanicum in terms of Sika.
Yeah.
Then the energy crisis. Then they needed that kind of way of betimi within the shortest time, etimi generating Yama. Ghana betimi free energy crisis. So by 2016, by 2015, IMF 2016, we saw the stability. And already World Bank, the IMF had predicted, say, by 2017, Ghana was going to grow a little over 7%. Was likely to grow a little over 7%. So that was without President Akufo-Addo's budget. That was the effect of the investment that the previous government had made. And no one knew and about 2017. It is Anka, Mahama, I know we need 2016 elections now. And that growth would have happened in his era. Okay. And no this IMF on mine Koya and Ayora Mahama. Sikapuru ne buy just a quarter and a Bayoro Mahama Breso. That was just a little over 300 million. Do one Bayoro Akufo-Addo na Breso over 600 and something million.
Yeah.
Making it $1 billion. And mobile start management. That growth that you saw had already been predicted. Okay. Besides 2018 was still under IMF program.
Okay.
Then then you extended it another year or so.
Okay, on that basis, the question is you bet when you did what your man penimo, wabra washer sabo imo. You tell mommy.
Oh, of course. I think he said what he said is just an empty rhetoric as usual. Okay, economy no economy economy now by 2019 before 2020 started say urgency no. 2020 we buy COVID buy Oman Penny say boss on how to bring back the economy, but not we. And every now and then, it is getting worse and worse.
But this time round, hold on. This time round, one man who 2 years. Sorry, 2 years. The baby said, "My own." One man who time line.
No. And I'm saying, financial analysts like Professor Boppin, Professor Lord Minster, any other way, I'm actually say, on my opinion, will say you are looking for debt to GDP of about 55%. Somewhere 2028, 2028, reconcile that with what you are saying now. What you are saying now is in the next 2 years, I couldn't bear it. We're back to because it will have a tremendous effect on the economy. That is why I keep telling you, sir, it does not appreciate what data is. It is very deficient when it comes to things of that nature.
Matthias, Jonathan Asante, Medwa say, at least at this time.
Yeah. With the 55, by 2055, Ghana will be down to GDP 55%. Now, I can say 2 years' time, you are going to do. If you see the inconsistency,
Jonathan Asante, your brain is the chairman emeritus Adekuka, also studio high and then betwa and common so. It is your brave you are your best atwa, your common so. Jonathan Asante, a lecturer at University of Cape Coast, was also a political analyst. One on our Terenka. You have some como you saw, but also chairman, yes, I say free baby. Na ye nante free nkroma penswa ye ba ntiche ma baby odc ye no ye nto aso
nti ehwa yenye independent commerce ni vision the Ghana be ye grow other African countries or by emulate so share those factories eco tema industrial area akosumbu textiles econofa tomato factory akosumbu dam because with power, but might generate a lot of along the line, you're truncating.
Yeah.
It's actually that time now, 1964. Is it 64?
That's right.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, 64 cool.
Yeah, cool. That was the period of Ghana, or Shaz, the Orcofum.
I start for number 2,
Number 2, and Ghana on the auditorate. Because in the more, Obama year tumpun. You discarded in agriculture,
industrialization,
factories. Oh, Ghana is even more than Malaysia.
That's true.
Because only Malaysia, in Singapore, it was determined there. Obe beat one, Ivory Coast, Togo. From that time, Abanaba, all along, we've been deteriorating.
Yeah.
Because take our power sector. Oh yeah, President Mahama or Bear to them Yeru and Okan. Or decided there. Enough is enough. We have deteriorated so much there. Or they take the bull by the horn. No, or develop economy. It's actually come more time. Actually, President Rawlings or be stabilize economic and actually Kufuor. Then if you're President Mills or Ben Nation, that war period now, you saw a different level of development. Different level of development. Now, you can sit here and boast of Terminal 4, Terminal 3. You can boast of MC.
University of Ghana Medical Center.
You can boast of
Bank of Ghana
Hospital.
Your cantonment,
You can boast of water. Professor Amos by there. Ghana must go. Gallons.
4 gallons. Yellow, no. A big friend, yellow.
Have you ever seen that again?
That's a brassy crap.
No, a brassy. Unless I'm talking about our time.
Okay.
It's a Mills Mahama. That is yesterday, 2 days ago, or Saturday. President Mahama had an incrumanist.
Yeah.
Professor Mills was an incrumanist. It's these two people, they went back the blackboard. Now we decided they are going to emulate our founding father.
Let's just say that blueprint be what?
Blueprint was 5-year development plan. 5-year development plan. 7-year development plan. And gradually, until they went back, said, let us go and look at what Kwame Nkrumah left.
But are you going back, more critics to say His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo no kan say anye bia no ye Ghana ya yetimu sabri no ye ni dum so mu na omo ka dum so asema de omo kan say wo sabre na wo kasem no na Mahama epeso wo ye no ma yie no amanfo hwe omo nyuma amanfo nyuma say is that something you acknowledge?
No, Dumso was not President Mahama's making. Okay, there one time be Kufu, President Kufu. Could now only Asafu could now go. There were one penance because the water was receding. So on yet President Mahama, no my Dumso by. Never can time of Kwame Nkrumah. What to do? I just referred you to the deterioration of Ghana. Until every year there the BB can hear power because population was growing, you know. Yeah. This is a visionary. I'm going to do Professor Mills. I'm also be friend nothing memorial was Sunya Bronga for friend
Northern Development Authority.
No.
NEPA.
Dam no way was no.
Oh, we dam. Yeah.
One obey Professor Mills. It's NDC.
NEPA the Nigeria
NDC government. Here no what they can count our blessings. Because we came to add. It is a wakada it been counting blessings or they are Akufo-Addo or the NDC.
But would you said dum so brainy mono a man for you must say no wabra mutu anamo wabra Mahama Jitum President Mahama Jitum say because within that period a man for
before doing so no man for Jumano there was no power was shared. President Mahama, President at time was quite time, power was being shared. Low shedding. Until at that time, you know, the incorporate money now or say. That is why I'm going to fix so that incorporate money obey say.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
It's that period now kind of deteriorating period now. Ghana Rollins chain, yellow corn. You can go back and see all those periods. I'm talking about the 66 years. In your year form because of our own misdeeds. If you are left in Nkrumah to be there, we would have gone for it. But because you now so on your Democrat, within that 30-40 years, you know, we went into Israel for Egypt. And God being so good, they have some visionary leaders or decided let us take the bull by the horn.
But even in that no crano, yet that's so bobosia. Yet that's so dying a mama hodwo. I just get through Munchai. I'm referring to our administrations within the Fourth Republic. You come Munchai, Kobobosia. Kwame Nkrumah Ghana.
Ghana or the Busa or Bobusa. The Obabusa now they are at the papa.
Okay.
Ebenyan fasu Ebenyan fasu de tuya busano. But bar is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. But the use of the money no, I don't know, are necessary. See, President Mahama borrow about 102 million or 120 million.
Yeah, 120 billion.
That billion. That 120 billion. I mean now we can sit down and take a pen and paper. And I can tell you what they were as all you see for. Naturally, professor no the doctor no Jonathan Austin there. The challenges are only no. It was because of what? The period of doing so no.
And IMF kono.
And the IMF for your no. In a single spine.
That's right.
Because single spine we had at that time no because of deterioration no. Yes, civil servant. No, yeah, what you want. It was not sufficient. It's again, Professor Mills there. I'm going to take the bull by the horn. I'm going to the police fool so that they will be efficient in the and this year. But policies are here for pragmatic policies are but develop as Ghanaians. Now, just opposed to this government, 2017, Oba ne yedua Bruno yedua and this yedua bibia mo yenya ya discover second well ye Jessica sinking fund ye Jessica Piamon
energy sector
levy ye Jagat funds ye Jessica Piamon until on the war first 2 years no aba no way onye sika what the run about no I am so up predicted our economy will go by 7%.
Into batches of money man ye bibia.
A brona ye duya
2017 fresh. 2018. One ye bibia about my economy.
Abra budget. What first na 1 year in there. What called Templeton. What called Bosa.
Bond, yeah.
Bond. In a
mini
in a 500,000 bills for me or you. See that much scanning any baby. Any back call you that much scanning. Okay, up and down. What's it? But you home for this canoe. Subsequently, that must born now. What they then? Subsequently, Wabubusa 1 million.
Yeah,
over 600 billion.
Yeah.
No 1 million. Into other blessings, never count.
Okay,
2017 up to now, no other blessings. Or don't talk about blessings, and we should count our blessings. Oh, no, you should list the things that you have done. Obama, ya count your blessings. They are the ones. But you can't tell them, Dr. Nekeno. You make an omnibus statement. That statement, we should count our blessings that now your bottomless pit, now your haircut, now your pensioners, work on demonstration, and that's how we should count our blessings. Then that blessings no is count to know. Or a disaster.
Bashadi way, yemfa mampanyi eklep ne mrana mene chairman emeritus yenin komo way. So wotie mampanyi na nado danko akufo do abra wo ka se yen count your blessings no. What yet to amama ho do so anye bia no. Yen to something tin ansa ne nya fa nwato. Anye bia no. Ye kan ya yenum no rough line asam no kind no. Asam ne pi. Ba wo de yenhwe we na yenye mpeze mu bi sisi. Hwade we mame.
Fellow Ghanaians, I'm very much aware of the current difficulties confronting our nation, and we are working hard to resolve them. But maybe we should also count our blessings in how together we are managing the difficulties. We all see the images around the world. Here in Ghana, we have not had any fuel queues. We have not suffered shortages of food and essential items, or the catastrophe of Dubson. Undoubtedly, major global developments have had a negative impact on our domestic economic performance. We have witnessed historic highs in global inflation and food prices, rising global interest rates triggered by tightening of monetary policy of central banks across several advanced economies to tame rising inflation, an energy crisis with crude oil prices reaching unprecedented highs at one point above $120 a barrel. The strengthening of the United States dollar against all other currencies. The tightening of global financing conditions, especially for emerging markets and developing economies. And the large-scale disruption of the global supply chain. These phenomena have manifested in Ghana in the form of the depreciation of our currency, the decline in gross international reserves, high inflation, elevated debt burden, significant fiscal stress, constrained domestic and external financing, and reduced GDP growth.
It's one so on in Yinasono.
Kwame. Papa no kasa. I'm saying much speech more. One time when analysis. Togo. Next door.
That's right.
What's also petrol liner? Ivory Coast next door. What's a petrol liner? Burkina Faso. What's a petrol liner? As for Nigeria, it is their stock in trade. When the oil need be wide side of what's all liner or your summer. Egypt, Tunisia, name it. Abra country what's a petrol line? On country. Petra Russia when you be a monte where we let's global about it. And the Belarus, Ukraine, apart from war,
that's right.
Poland, when they are very close to Ukraine war,
no crap.
And there was a petrol line.
Belarus
is just 70 kilometers from Russia. And there was a petrol line. Why the Ghana, your economy no, what's will collapse? Because one money bray. It's no more Kenina, Dumso, what Dumso? Dumso, you fix it, Dumso. You jaw a healthy economy. Oh, grow by 7. Uncle Chen, I be Juman obey, yeah, within the 2 years now, upper power no. Oh, yeah, Oma economy will grow by 7%. It didn't know, yeah. Uncle Chen, and as a more canunda, the whole dinner movie, I listened to him, so no. He doesn't take responsibility.
I didn't think that, sir.
He doesn't take responsibility. At this stage, no, about Pagana for chow.
Yeah.
There, Bawan chow, Sika a car bueno, but the year you more one. Manana benefit baba, that's what you have to tell us. But you can't come and blame somebody on your woes. You can't come and blame somebody. For international, who brave boy a bain, they be other Kobabusa. International financial market, Mosika, not the watch.
See your reserves and remove your back.
Because did massa. Bank of Ghana printed so much money for. That COVID time and Ukraine time.
Yeah.
Fisika was over $21 billion. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? The question, where is the money? I know then Choba catching this an independent. Also, my details of where the money is.
That's right.
You will listen to him.
That was a State of the Nation's address.
President Man can tell you 56, 120 million or bueno.
Yeah.
But also.
Minimum the entire account 56 because that time not debt to GDP. No?
Exactly.
56%. And the IMF say 1 year.
That's right. So you can imagine the haircut now. Your cut now you're able to eat it. Our head will be cut because how are you going to do it? The hole is big. In Crawford, I say, in Tabajuma, I also hear time no. Do so same Crawford, and period here. That's what I'm saying. Okasa, or don't say no. During this period, look at the bank in Crawford. What you must say, because of NCB's $9 million, $9 billion cities.
That's right.
You say 23 or whatever.
Also, one young cactus,
America, Obama time, no, most of the big banks were in trouble. What Obama did was to ask the federal government to take shares in those banks. No more whisker. Today, those banks are viable.
But that counter argument, you say, Mama pension, mo yes, and Modisticasa, and she banks be Simono. And for so bad a buy, yen a bed down when he said, oh, ye insolvency.
No, what do? You don't close it down. You take possession of it. And then the people are what causing insolvency, what causing, you deal with them. That's what was done in America. When you financial, they dealt the directors, but the system remained. They were propping up. It's been done somewhere before.
Yeah, and that Ghana bank be anyhow.
That's right. Into some more count your blessings or don't touch train in your why but count your blessings. Be in the why from Kwame Nkrumah time, Captain.
Yeah.
President Mahama at the time. That is why we should count our blessings. That we got some visionary leaders. What is his vision? The vision about it.
Say a mofra benya entity papa wo suku and for that matter what the free SHS about say industrialization because so now you see no etwenya hode one district one factory
I mean and they pay him I said that they pay how much chama one district one factory.
Yes.
Until by now, or whatever watching one district, one factory. That my factory, why export so much? My so much. On your slogan,
but say a process. You invite preko now. All of a sudden, you faso.
President Mahama, we see a Dwabo gas. Do you know how many years no do Dwabo gas? One industrial complex.
That's right.
Do you know how much this country is saving? And first gas near crow, boat, ship. No baby see tema. Now you pump gas.
You go cry it's a pipe na pipe. The gas.
Yes.
Na kania ni do no free.
But look at that. One thing. I would change one. A was in the ekumfi. Ekumfi juice. Ebe.
Ghana ni no.
Yeah, come back and come the juice. I ekumfi juice over kettle.
Oh, Parliament in Jemu obenya biato.
Dama.
Yana kabiso.
And I know why I spoke. Why foreign currency I know there. I don't know here. You add value and export so that we get your balance of payments now all can. Into there by now one factory, one my balance of payment double form. It should have come down by now.
Within the 6-7 years.
Yes. If somebody did that within 4 years, don't forget that for 1 year President Mahama was in court. Common sense showed out the 3 years. Or did Mahama development thing in
yeah.
You all save your foreign currency. You save foreign currency, huge amount of foreign currency. Don't tell me one district, one body. Then you have a slogan. A slogan. Even more factory. As would not cut on as one district, one factory. How Kadech, yeah, financial, almost $20,000 work at one district, one factory. One factory. And to count your blessings, no, he has to come back and define what it means by that. We should count our blessings.
Because that blessing be anyone.
Now our blessing there, all of us are poor. The blessings there, you count your blessings because we are poor. Because if you are since you are in the way you now as a one as a free education free. Yeah, what boy school kwani? Ashe prospectus no.
Ebi mo keka.
What's the meaning of free? Type mamuku school no. In a free no, on your tuition. What your tuition is because about the tuition they told the beer and teachers car or bet showers. The rest which about one casaba at all provisions in the Abu school, and Ghana was moving. That is how people like me and you got educated.
That's right.
Our parents took responsibility. Now look at what is happening. Look at how the children. That was the issue. What can Brofusi see about Gwen? In fact, where we SSS no, or throw Brofo Mawa. I'll tell you, you go wrong. You go wrong.
Wow.
It's from 2017 in the past 6 years. No, you go back to the time 64 where you cool no, editorate no.
That's alcohol.
That's alcohol. That is where we are.
And yeah, this one can say what baby or because look, one of the points are mebununu bebre any more pegan and kanko areas any article 71 holders sa more pension sikano any or how and the other to a minor abososo. Now check this. Lawyer Martin Pebu argues say look, what is His Excellency John Mahama say waba obetwam. Now the argument they say based on principle. Mahama won't just showcase say or adwempa so be trust ade no mo say what they ono so ne de ebe samba or say it's just on principle.
Some of me say no ya masro pa inti ayaban na as a new policy reba or the benefit enye whilst you were not in government or that refund. That's an opinion some da. My benefit baby that has no man who there going forward no dama but it was by hindsight no on yes papa it's any I am by the sister or cheddar my man and moving yambro
or say and now would to a better say or pepper so ba
and them no government and che every government policy no every government policy about announce no cheddar say any benefit you should show your hand by bringing that thing back. Ansana. I mean, does it make sense? Life is dynamic. Life is not static. It's going for you. Why there is a constitutional or there constitutional amendment? Because yeah, when there's framers of the Constitution at that time, 1992, they had a certain vision. But as you know, that one vision, since why obscured.
How is that possible?
It can be possible.
No, but now you can't Kwame Nkrumah vision, and still Sabre relevant.
No, Kwame Nkrumah vision. No, Kwame Nkrumah vision. You truncated. Okay, why you truncated it?
Yes.
You didn't pursue it further.
But America says, say, you can't want them relevant.
Relevant, but that was
92 year,
92 no, no, because they were sometimes yeah, parochial interest. I will say the 1992 Constitution, yeah, we having some mindset about the protection of the Rawlings. There was a mindset. That is why I was indemnity clause na nyamani nyashishim no.
Matthias.
Because if at that time the mind was broadened that we are doing this for the future, we will not get to where we are. Since the Professor Mills or Bells, no, there are certain things are all there. Yeah. That is why I take 71. Why did we? What informed opinion at that time? The Abaye Juma Nerukwa Oda Muskebio. And then the irony of the thing is that a MP na 84 years na assembly bio I mean, so people did not think through. That doesn't mean that you cannot change the system, because the system actually is not fair. That's what I say. See, Abrochi Juma MP Obocho Sika obey sufficient enough for you to mind to do your business. One can if a parliamentar Obasa Muskebio. How can a system there ever parliamentar? They are not able to determine your salary until you are leaving, until they give you a thought. I didn't pay them that.
A better who's a problem.
And I made sure that see that is what Professor Mills Obeno also that's right. And he set up a committee. But on the call Parliament, there MP people they stood there, they defaulted, they wouldn't budge. Today yesterday election, November, Ekaya. They call Parliament. What was 1 year? And see, that is what I'm trying to tell you. That we observed all those things because you pay Ghana no or develop. Say you parochial interest woman, the nation Ghana. You bring ideas over benefit and that's what President Mahama is saying. And say on your relevant there menya as Gratian Mofam Bransa me to Makasa. Oh, then what kind of language is this? Before Makam be or there me a BB ne answer Makasa. No. Otherwise you go and sleep on your ideas. It's that statement or no and everyone to change. Yes, and there go after almost 30 years of democracy, there are a little bit of other constitution, even though it's not written, that much stage, they go and change it.
There also can be a see a point, say intimate 2 pounds on my own.
Yes, because how can the president or the minister of finance have unfettered to go and borrow? So that children yet unborn have to come and pay.
But that's why you introduce laws like, we introduce fiscal responsibility.
But punishment be anyim. Punishment be anyim. Or the punishment be shema. The ebanebo, them ne Ghana, would since you offer no bag and baggage, no okwa. What price has he got to pay to us? Nothing.
Yeah, finance minister.
Yes, nothing.
Wow.
Off on the bag, no oko. A wakat na bruchi, na we jam now and children yet to your grandchildren with his canoe.
Wow.
Just as it without showing anything for it. Okay, those are the kind of things, sir. Oh, the yeshe. How the parliament? To the parliament, ministers should come from parliament. Echo parliament there, a your prime aim is to go and do that. But you have ministerial appointment. It is a government in all year as on year. Zip for because a ministerial appointment.
Meanwhile, I was a parliament on so say a buying a bay juma. Said your
how can you be a judge in your own court?
Wow.
These are the kind of things that we should be discussing as a nation. Outside Parliament, there are people who have got equal brains that they can bring it on board. Inside a parliamentarian, go and do your. Why is the rush to go to Parliament? Because Obenya V8, Obenya, that is the rush. But can't you see? Now one can say what?
Me also a lot of young people are expressing interest.
We feel that's the shortest way to get money.
Hey, Samu.
Nenima, I'm not observing.
Now why not Basa?
Because of the system here running.
System Baya.
I call Parliament almost V8. One house allowance. Did you go to serve or to be served? Did you go to serve or to be served?
Consume.
Open V8. Now I'm house rent. What to rent? Now I'm allowance. Now I'm away. I'm away. Is it right? Compared to other jurisdictions, when the Prime Minister, for example, or a motorbike, bicycle,
or to trim.
That's when the walk on autumn.
Winston Churchill assembly and all can say, Oko BBC a interview on a taxi driver.
That's right.
Not taxi driver, and they can once and one is on
the That's right.
Wow.
That is why President Mahama was in there. We are now in a different situation. So nema ye na omboa yen nema create impression there's a shortcut to make money no you be put a stop to it. So at this country you be save his car can you imagine the amount of money here to China, then you go to IMF 3 billion 3 billion must 1 millionaire in Nigeria Tinubu about $3 billion free.
Current president.
About free. Adbacho free. Wow. One Nigerian president, but Adbacho free.
They are pre-home.
They are pre-home.
They are saying, economy
crash.
Wow.
Obi Adbacho free.
That's economy free. Yeah.
Until we need to sit down in this country, we cannot be counting our blessings to poverty. That's what we are doing. We are counting our blessings. President Akufo-Addo, he is asking us to count our blessings into poverty. Is that more Kenya or anything?
But yemra mebuno no sway. I mean, eba mebuno na omo na ye Oman Atenase. Here's a situation abanyi ba he was made up ko aba nation builders course. Se kra de o se ba ko bia ba ye no you start. But still, the narrative they say, Mabuno no bebre nano mini ajmai. Oya mid morning show be a phone line say, baby Korea nano ya torrentum see a techie. Say plain besu say, but from the
I listen to
come and see the course
I
and buy
listen to it because the hope is not there.
I didn't try.
When we were kids, there was hope in Ghana. That's why you cry bruchino, you sign each rebel because this is our motherland. And it's extremely in Kuma time, as a young boy, Moko school, Mutumuko, Tema, Hamokota Kasanuma radio, Meduko school, Mikiti.
Wow.
Yeah, pay auto fridge made in Ghana fridge.
Wow.
Echo Ghana house. People Ghana house, GNTC, then Ghana house.
Ghana house.
Ghana house. Barclays Bank, former Barclays Bank. Don't you know Ghana house? Echo cotton made in Ghana.
It's nice a mall.
No, a mall. It's a mall.
Wow.
See, a mall. I know 3 floors, or ground floor, fridge, or a second floor. No, you to Tata shoes, bata shoes. Yes, shady na. You do made in Ghana.
Nina so Ghana normal.
My Ghana normal made in Ghana.
Wow.
Made in Ghana. No, you must have our friend Abrochiataru. We didn't know. So there was hope. That's what I say. There was hope. But now where is the hope?
Was it
now? The hope is China.
You start.
China.
China.
You know, China and now Obroni Wewu. Go there and see what we are wearing. Stand by boutique.
Bend down boutique.
Bend down boutique.
Is it great? Or flyover boutique.
And you go there. All this is. I was coming from somewhere when I saw. Where was it? I can't remember. Just somewhere. And I saw all these second-hand fridges, second-hand. And I'm able to me Ghana because Kwame Botha na ye wa ha.
Ni ye fridge
wa Ghana.
Wow.
Ye fridge wa Ghana. Sanyo. Sanyo ye wa Ghana. It's what I talk about 66 years no. No.
But since say VW money Toyota mo ma Ghana mo just cars.
You are talking about import substitution. That's what you are talking about. VW import substitution. No. We are talking about things, the daily things. Obama will stop importing so that our balance of payment, That's what you are talking about. Import substitution, growth in our agriculture. Many President Mahama 3 days ago, or the crow.
That's right.
You see vast acres of land. The sun is hitting there. Vast on both left and right too. Can't we use that for our rice, our sugar, our all those things? Because that man of China but would do ifom. Would do assassin before mo. Would do wimu. Land no honey, it was the same land. We've got the same thing here. So what went wrong? That's why I'm saying that we truncated our development.
It's time to go back.
It's time to go back.
The Ghana we want to know. Ghana na okay, been here you with TV show where and Chroma pens no man yeah. Ghana. But matters near
city. Also got dash hopes.
That's right.
And the rebuilding of Nigeria. Dash hopes. That was I'm saying. When now what's what called tech, they have no hope. I didn't even see your topic before you even.
But of course, you understand. At the end of what John Mahama any NDC one. Am I a reshemu say mo and I'm bet me ye every sir I'm gonna don't go
one your track record. Never catch you there. 3 years. You 1 year and 3 years. Look at the development. If President Mahama no unya dama sika and California, I'm sure by now Ghana will be like Dubai. I'm sure. Look at little resources Look at what he did. That is why people are now clamoring for him. He made a certain statement. Tama, all hand over person. Posterity will judge me. It's alive today. And posterity has already judged him. That is why we have some of us have got the belief that he's the man who can take us to Canaan in the next 4 years.
But what here from when you're a man for dim comma, almost I believe in it. I mean, whether MPP, CPP, BR, so only a man for dim comma sana. Almost I did, and I end this in phone call and him say, Mahama and a bit.
Look, people, I don't know their political persuasion, but they tell me they're chairman, umbra, yeah, bre. Because you're a mistake. I could be some more busy in Crofuna and the president wants to see here. SHS, no. He's going to maintain it, but in a different form. This time around,
free SHS.
This time around, he might choose who school. A pass examination we are no own resource. Then you yourself would know this my result will take me to this school. So I will stop this annual ritual of families chasing left, right, telling them that no, that is progression. That's progression. PLC uncompleted
projects.
I also our white elephant, which is one. Oba, he will make sure that instead of us starting new projects, we will take our time and finish. And I'm sure that within 6 months or a year, if you put our mind to it, you put me.
Is there a track record to that effect?
Yeah, track record.
You bet back on 2013.
Yes.
Near projects are mobile 2 years. Na motimi demonstration mo apempe mo boaka say mobile mu ye binti enu nti mobile mo beto aso
Kwame Professor Mills Obaye no
yeah
Professor Mills Obaye in 2009 all the projects that needs to be completed he did it.
Yeah,
Professor Mahama, they did it. You see, because it's a Ghana project or a Ghana project. On yet
to be NDC project.
NDC project or your Ghana project. When you put labels around it, it causes a problem for all of us.
Why are not the labels to
because of the nature of our politics. That's why we are moving forward. That is why we believe it there. When you look hindsight, that is what's in there. Article 71. I'm looking at hindsight. No, there's somebody can come and give me the money that you spent. Absolutely rubbish. And when you call him now, you look at the mistakes. Excuse me, I didn't change. It is only a fool. Finish it for me. Finish it for me.
A fool does not change his mind.
Exactly. But we are not fools. We are not fools. We have to move forward. And like we said, no, where we've made mistakes, no, we correct them. Not that the President Austin there, after going home and sitting there for almost 8 years, no, he has realized what he did right, what he did wrong, and where he must go. That is wisdom. That is wisdom. That is wisdom. Because you're only a fool who does not learn from his mistakes. It's a given opportunity. No, that is why Ghanaians, all the what trust, what genius.
But of 4 years, they don't bet my.
No, I told you 3 years. What did he do? Do you remember the time I said if he Harris a call? Ne shop ne airco from the government transporter in a circle. You spend about 2, 3, 4 hours. You know that? So congested.
What's it saying?
But he said within a twinkle of an eye, you are there.
Yeah, Brenna. So what's the chat for?
What's the chat for? We will count our blessings when President Mahama is re-elected.
For now,
we will count our blessings when President Mahama is re-elected by the grace of God.
Okay.
By Ghanaians.
Very well.
But
I say, Chairman Emeritus Adekoka. Zelbana, when you have been in common, we are no pay. Dwabo Ase Power 97.9. Honey, you will see what you made. So, I'm near power near white crowd or the power mid morning. Abraham is here. What TV so you must see near Bombernyom. Kaiser, we are Bremen. So, no 9 pepe with TV XYZ. Yeah, the inside politics. Abraham, no me and so. Inside politics, so our radio, so Power 97.9. Mugabe Masi, Obatenenka. You must say,